What is up, y'all? GoofyRhexxi here, and hope everybody is doing well. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the top 5 utility characters in Marvel Strike Force. So these characters, they have multifaceted kits, multifaceted abilities here that provide and add any sort of value to any team that you place these characters on. So we're going to be talking about that in today's video, guys, and we're starting right now. Welcome back, guys, and the first character on this list for me, and this is in no particular order, but it's going to be Emma Frost, the Diamond Queen. She's arguably probably top character in the game, top 3. Some would say she's probably the best character, in Marvel Strike Force, but I just find her kit, from a utility standpoint, to just be very, very, very good. With her passive ability, she's slowing the enemy, all enemies, by the way, by negative 10% speed. You know how Marvel Strike Force works. You know how a lot of these nodes work and raids and arena, whatever the case is, right? It's kill them before they kill you. And with the speed slowdown, she's going to be able to help you to do that. Additionally, man, ultimate ability, clearing all positive effects from all enemies. For me in raids, this is very big because I'm using this to clear stealth, because Loki will put everybody into stealth. I'm using this to clear taunts off of 3 Draxes, right? Or 2 Draxes. I'm using this to get to a Mystique or to get to, a Miles, things like that. Being able to clear all those positive effects. And yes, Black Order, right? Big against your Coal, Obsidians, can be useful as well against your Ebony Maw. Trust me, I've had that happen to my Ebony Maw and it has ruined, my counter. So not very good for me at all, but definitely very good when it comes to her kit. She's really, really good, solid mind controlling to, enemy or ally. She's increasing their damage by 40%. to make sure that you're eliminating that character that she selects, to blind. Yes, she's blinding them too, right? There's just a lot of things that she's doing, with her ability, with her kits here. Her special ability, she's applying slow, to all enemies. She's also clearing negative effects off of your team. So whether it be offense downs, defense downs, bleeds, whatever the case is, she is helping your team, to survive by doing that. And then her basic ability, flipping 2 positive effects, or if charged, she's going to be able to clear those 2 positive effects off a target. And yeah, I actually like this one better, the flipping 2 positive effects and negative effects, just because you could get some bleeds, you could get some real good stuff, out of that. But in general, man, very solid utility from Emma Frost. Like I said, one of the best characters in the game. Love what she's able to provide for any team. Anything that you put her on, she's absolutely going to improve their chances of winning, and that's what I like about her. All right, guys, next on the list is Ebony Maw, and Ebony Maw for me, man, love using him. Obviously, Black Order team, he's a beast, right? He's amazing on that team. He's amazing for me in raids. I use him a lot in raids just because of this ability here. Offense down, or offense down to the enemies, right? 2-turn offense down, but then also defense up for 2 turns to my team. I need that defense up because there are a lot of big damage dealers and they go often sometimes with some of these nodes. So being able to have those defense ups is very big for me too. I also didn't realize that he did this. He clears counter from all enemies. I didn't realize that he did that. So thank you, Ebony Maw. That's kind of like a little added bonus that I didn't realize that he did. Very valued kit, I think, from Ebony Maw, with his ultimate ability, kind of like Minerva's, right? Steal 3% health. It's basically 15%. Steal 3% health from all enemies and redistribute to all allies. This bypasses heal block. So just like Minerva bypasses heal block with her ultimate as well. Repeat this attack 4 additional times, right? So that would be 5 times, and essentially he's stealing 3%. So that's 15% if I'm doing it right. 3 times 5, 15. Yeah, we did it. But then also applying slow to all enemies for 2 turns. Once again, kill them before they kill you. He allows you to be able to do that by slowing them down. And then with that passive ability, hero controls. Whenever a hero controller dies, he is going to gain immunity, and then he's also going to gain barrier and give barrier to any ally, all allies that you have on your team, and also give immunity. Immunity is big. Not being able to get negative effects on your team is always good, especially in raids. And then also being able to apply ability block to other hero controllers too. I find that to be extremely valuable because there's a lot of those characters in raids like Black Widow, JJ, a lot of hero controller characters that I don't want to have turns, or I don't want them to have specific turns. So in order for him to be for him to ability block them, I find that to be largely valuable, for my team. So I find a lot of his kit to be very useful. The offense downs and the defense downs are my favorite, and then also being able to get that immunity and that barrier I find also to be very valuable. Does have some long cooldowns though, so I think Thanos, if you put Thanos right next to him in raids, and have Thanos feeding energy, on kill constantly, he's going to be able to do these two attacks often in a match, and that's going to be very added value, especially if he's also killing some hero controllers too. But yeah, he's definitely on this list for me, man. One of the best characters in this game. Ebony Maw, love him. All right, y'all, the next character on my list here is Shuri, or as Valley would say, the legendary Shuri. My bad, y'all. Nah, but seriously, man, Shuri is great. Love what she's able to provide here. I think she's one of the best utility characters in the game as well. Now, primarily, I use her a lot in raids, and I also use her as a war defense plugin for my Mercs team, or not plugin. We can basically say the Mercs team, really kind of has a few variations, right? One with Bullseye, and the mainies, right? Like Taskmaster, Merc, Lieutenant Merc, Riot Guard. And then you have the Killmonger and, Shuri version. And that's the team that I'm using right now. And I just find it to be very valuable there, but also very valuable to me as well as a part of my raid team. She's always going first, which is good because I'm always going to be able to get this defense up, right? Instant upgrade, defense up for 2 turns to my entire team. She's also generating ability energy for 2 random allies. Anytime that I can get additional ability energy is great, especially for 2 of the characters that I have on my raid team, in Thanos and in Ebony Maw. They have very long cooldowns, so being able to get some additional ability energy is also very good for me. Another thing worth mentioning here in her passive is that whenever she does get defense up, she's giving herself defense up, right? Whenever she gets defense up, she's generating ability energy for herself, which is valuable because these 2 abilities here, her special ability and as well as her ultimate ability, they have low cooldowns, only 4, ability energy. So when she's giving herself defense up, she's getting ability energy for this. And with her healing ability, it's 15% of her max health, and then she's repeating this 4 additional times. So she's healing the most injured ally, and then she's repeating this for 4 additional times, which once again, extremely valuable, for me on my raid team. I did also as well T4 her basic ability. Now, the reason why I did this is for Dark Dimension 3 with the Iron Fist node. Well, it's really not the Iron Fist node. We say the Iron Fist node a lot, man, but it's really the Phoenix node. It's just that there's 2 Iron Fists, and if you don't kill them, then they can be a nightmare. But I used her for that, and the 2-turn heal block was essential for me, in that particular node. But yeah, man, really find her to be very useful. A lot of her kit I find to be very useful. She's better in raids, but I still do think that a lot of earlier players, for your arena team, arena defense, can be really good. Even for arena offense, I used her a little bit for early, for arena offense as well. But yeah, man, very good character, very good utility, and definitely worthy of being on this list. All right, the next character on this list here for me, guys, is Ultron. And I know you're probably like, bro, Ultron as a utility character? Are you serious? Think about it though. Ultron and his bots provide a lot of utility for your team. And let's talk about it, right? One of the first T4s that you want to put on Ultron is this special ability. And it's because you're going to guarantee that you're going to be summoning 3 Ultron minions. And these Ultron minions, they provide a lot of additional utility for your team, man. So Incinerator can clear 1 positive effect from a target, right? Which is big, right? If a target has taunt, or if a target has, offense up or defense up, being able to clear that positive effect is very big. But also with Ignition, the special ability, for this bot, he's also granting offense up, to 4 allies. I would like to have offense up, right? That is additional utility, for your team. Then when you go in with Accelerator, he is reducing speed bar by 30% on a primary target. I can't tell you how many times this has been extremely valuable for me in any match, whether it's I'm using Ultron as a hybrid count on the hybrid team to counter Marauders, or if it's been me using him in arena, or if I'm using him in raids. I have found this ability specifically to be extremely valuable by the reduction of speed bar by 30%. Yes, 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 absolutely. I love that. And of course, this special ability as well, applying speed up or granting speed up to 4 allies as well. All these bots, they do some sort of utility for your team. So being able to get that speed up, I think is pretty big, for that team, for your whatever team it is that you're using. And then Fabricator. Fabricator is the healer for this team. Now, with the basic ability, doesn't really do as much. It's just for Ultron, one ability energy to Ultron, which I guess in a sense is some sort of utility, right? Because if Ultron can get his ult to go off multiple times, and that's good, or if it can get that special ability, built back up, because Ultron's cooldowns are cray-cray, so therefore you kind of get that. But definitely the heals, right? Special ability, heal the 4 most injured allies, except for Ultron, for 7,000 plus 50% of this character's max health. Once again, it's like the bots provide a lot of added utility to your team. So that's the reason why I have Ultron on this list here. And then also with this passive ability, right? On kill, this character and all villain tech allies have 4 positive effects prolonged by a duration of 1. A lot of people have been talking about, hey, let's use Ultron with Doom eventually. But definitely I've used them right now in a lot of these Greek raids. Now I've been using Ultron with Ghost, with Minerva, using Prox and Corvus for those beta raids. Bro, it's been what's been saving my keister, for some of those nodes, man. So for me, definitely Ultron makes it on this list as a top utility character, mainly because of his bots, but still also as well, provides some utility. Basic ability, I forgot. His basic ability steals 2 positive effects, too. So yeah, I feel like that's pretty good, guys. I feel like that's pretty good too, clearing those positive effects. I think is also really great, man. So Ultron definitely for me makes it on this list. All right, and the last character on this list for me, guys, is Merc Lieutenant, the unsung hero of a lot of teams, man. Merc Lieutenant, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have not put enough investment into Merc Lieutenant. I think, I myself didn't really fully realize how good Merc Lieutenant is. Yes, his health is poop juice. It's not good. It ain't good. It ain't good. He doesn't survive very much. But at the same time, Merc Lieutenant does really provide a lot of utility to your team that maybe a lot of us don't really realize. I definitely, like I said, I didn't really realize how valuable he is, until probably about like 5 or so months ago. Granted ability energy to a random ally. Anytime you get ability energy, very good. On that Merc's team, he's granted 1 ability energy to 3 Merc villain allies. So that's always good for that team. With his special offense up to 4 random allies. That is so good. That is so good. And also applying speed up as well, to 4 random allies. If you only have him, by the way, with 4 other allies, it's just going to speed up all of your allies. So just wanted to put that out there. If you T4 it, then it's apply offense up, speed up to all allies. But like I said, man, if you're using them on a team where it's only 4 other allies anyways, like you're going to get that. But yeah, offense up, speed up, granted ability energy. And then with his passive ability too, he has a 30% chance to heal the most injured ally for 20% of this character's max health. I don't know about y'all, but in Dark Dimension, Merc Lieutenant is one of the most annoying enemies that I have to face. And I feel like that is probably one of the reasons why he's on this list. But for early beginner, to mid-game players here, if you're looking for a really good character that you don't have to, that's not legendary, that is not crazy to get, right? And that can provide some really solid utility for your team, it definitely is Merc Lieutenant. I like what he's able to do, but this is the last character on my list, guys, and kind of curious to know what you guys are thinking here. I thought about some other people that I could add to this list, right? I thought about Doc Ock. Doc Ock is another really good one. He does slows for 2 turns, the regeneration, also being able to flip, positive effects to negative effects. I thought that was really good. Symbiote Spider-Man was also another character that I thought about placing on this list. You know, a lot of good things that he does too, right? Defense downs, you know, extending negative effects on the enemy team is also good. Defense, you know, two-turn slows, you know, to the enemy team, I thought was also very good. I thought about Hela, mainly because of Greg. Once again, the speed bar, you know, thing, I thought that was really good too. Heal blocks, you know, spreading of negative effects, you know, also thought was another really good thing. Anti-Venom almost made this list too because of what he's able to do, but a lot of what he does really solely benefit. There's some things that do benefit you if he's not on a symbiote team, but a lot of what he does definitely does benefit a symbiote team. So I thought not to have him on this list, guys, but there's so many characters to talk about. Invisible Woman, offense down, you know, defense up, clearing negative effects, right? There's so many characters that I thought to place on this list here, but these are my top 5 guys. Like I said, curious to hear what you guys have to say about this list. You know, appreciate you guys watching. As usual, let me know in the comments what you guys or who you guys think are the top 5 utility characters in Marvel Strike Force. But y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe.